Hey, what's up? This is Joshua, daily video blog. Nice rainy Minneapolis day today. And I think I've spoken many times in this format about how, in general, I am a moron. But I was thinking about one thing I do that I think is fairly smart, or at least it works for me. And that is, I am lazy, I think. But I'm also addicted to routine, which maybe is just a human being thing. And I think one of the things that I do that is smart is I tend to try to find ways to take things that are going to be good for me in some way, whether it be healthy or expand my creativity or gratifying in some regard. And I try to find the laziest way to integrate that into my everyday life. So an example of that will be doing push-ups every time I go to the bathroom. So that's the thing I do on weekdays. Every time before I go into the bathroom, I find a spot to do push-ups. And at this point, I've decided I'm so committed to it that I'm just gonna do them in the middle of the floor of the office if that's what it takes to get them done. And then on top of that, I keep a note open in Evernote that says push-ups and has the date, and I can look at it and see how many I've done every day of the week, which of course then makes you want to beat those dates or push them further, you know. Look at this, we found a nice bridge to stand under. Oh, still in the rain. So that kind of tactic ends up helping me. It ends up making the push-ups addictive. It's a thing that I end up wanting to do. I want to see that number get higher and higher. You know, at the end of the day, when I'm looking in the mirror, I want to see more muscle definition. So it becomes like basically an addictive good habit, and it's a routine. It's built into my life. I don't have to think about doing it. It's like, bathroom time? Okay, gotta do push-ups first. When those on days where it's harder, it's great. It's also like a productivity method because you're like, well, I can put off going to the bathroom for 20 minutes. I'm trying to think of other stuff that I do along those lines. Well, a good one is making these videos. So to make the videos, I have a rule that they have to be done outside. I think in the beginning it was pure novelty. Now I do it because it forces me to go for a walk. And every day, even on the days you don't see these videos, there's a couple of exceptions, but in general, every day for the last 6 months or 5 months or whatever it's been, I've recorded one of these videos on a walk, either for a coffee break or on my lunch break. And the way that I've now sort of framed it up is, you know, I go for a walk, I make the video. The reward for going on a walk and making the video is lunch. That's literally how I treat it. So like, I can't make the video on the way back from lunch. I can't make the video without leaving the building. It's gotta be, I've left the building, I've gone for a walk, I've made the video, now I've earned the right to have lunch. And what happens is, like, you know, on like last week, I only posted 1 or 2 videos. That was depressing to me. It was very frustrating. But I was swamped. But at the very least, I still tried to make sure to get out and actually make the videos. And ends up being tied in with this other thing now, which is like, I'm using the Fitbit app. I have these basic walking targets. So if I don't walk and do the video, then all of a sudden I'm like down on this like number of steps. All of these things speak to the fact that I am lazy as hell. And I have to sort of trick myself to find a way to do the thing, and then I have to set some kind of measurement, and that's going to be what ends up making it addictive. It's not just going for the walk, it's having some record of it. It's having in the Fitbit how many steps you've taken. It's having a YouTube playlist that every day new stuff is being added to it. It's doing a project on Instagram that's like some sort of project of the day where every day there's some new thing happening. all of that stuff, then, you know, it's like that phrase, what gets measured gets managed. All of that stuff becomes like this cool little addiction. And I get antsy now if I don't do it. Like, if I can't get my walk in and get my lunch, like, I get very, I can't deal with it. Even on days where I bring lunch, I go for the walk, make the video, and then I've earned the right to have a nice coffee. So I've like, it's kind of smart, right? I've built in a productive thing, a healthy thing, and then a reward that's not really bad for me. It's kind of bad for my wallet, but whatever. I've sort of earned it. So that ends up being the way it works, and for me it works because I am lazy. I don't want to go to the gym, and I don't want to have to make plans to do anything, and I don't want to cook. So I just find ways of doing things I want to do already that I would find mildly enjoyable, and then just make them systemic. And yeah, so that's the video. And I think you can apply this. I made a video about doing this with creative stuff, but I think you can apply this to anything, you know. You can find some way of just cutting into your normal time by a little bit and doing something productive or enjoyable with it. All right, thanks for watching.